Now that we've seen how the students are preparing for the semester, let's take a look at what's happening in this office. I discovered Nancy Roloff, the administrative assistant to the Senior Vice President for Student Affairs, on the phone helping a student whose course had been dropped.
Our office handles a multitude of different problems and situations, and it's actually divided up in a couple different times of the year. Prior to the start of the semester, we have students coming in who are trying to resolve problems either with their financial aid or with a transcript that's coming from another college. And what I try and do is help the student solve their problem by looking at their WaveNet. A lot of their information is provided on WaveNet, and I will sit down with the student at the computer so they can check on WaveNet and see if they can see through their account that the transcript has come in, or if financial aid is trying to communicate with them that they're missing some documentation or things like that. I try and do the research to find out if a course isn't there, how it was dropped.
Registration and orientation support is only a small part of her responsibilities.
Some of the other areas that we take care of are student disciplinary cases, and my responsibility to assist Mr. Thompson is as the Associate Vice President for Student Affairs, he needs to meet with any student who has been reported from an instructor or public safety or another individual on campus that some infraction has happened. And it's my responsibility to get in contact with the student and have them come in and meet with Mr. Thompson and explain their side of the story, you know, whatever the case was that they were being charged with. And we try and get, you know, both sides of the story, and Mr. Thompson's responsibility is to come to a agreement, kind of like an arbitrator perhaps, to kind of work out the situation. And because we follow the South Carolina State Technical College system guidelines as far as timelines, we have a certain amount of days that we can provide each of this information to the student. And once the decision is made, if the decision, the student doesn't agree with the decision, they can appeal that decision. And then it's my responsibility to call together a group of student peers that would hear their case. And once again, it's lining up those committees and setting up that hearing. And those are all benefits that the student has to kind of declare their side of the story.
I thought that once the semester was underway, the Students Affairs Office wouldn't be as busy.
We're slow times. Being our enrollment has increased by so much, we're over 6,000 students now, that busy period has pretty much progressed throughout the semester and throughout the year. Now we have courses that are mini-mester courses that start at various points in the semester, so what would have been the quiet time, we're busy, you know, recruiting students for those mini-mester classes. So then what would have been a slow time for me before, after classes have started, I'm now playing what I mentioned earlier is kind of divided into sections of the semester. Now I'm playing catch up with the last semester by producing the president's and dean's list for all those students from last semester that were able to achieve that level of honor based upon their GPA from the previous semester. So I not only work with the incoming students, I'm also working with the ones from the last semester to make sure that they get the recognition that they're needing. And then this is the time of year that we're gearing up for our next new student orientation. So kind of working, you know, through all different aspects of the semester.
For Techknow, I'm Isrelah Brooks.